Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is Societal Narcissism. This video is sponsored by contribution from Greg. And Greg gave a general contribution, which I'll use for this video. And Greg seems to really enjoy the Estranged Parents videos. So we got another one. And this channel was brought to my attention by Blue Columbine. She's done a ton of stories on here. We all know who she is. And she donated to for a sponsorship for someone else, which I'll use. So I'm going to use the general for this. I try to match up what people like. And something about her. This one, she reminds me of if you know Tyr Ravison, who has his own narcissism channel. She reminds me of his mother. If you had seen his mother video from years ago, for some reason she kind of reminds me of him. But this one, this one's a piece of work. Apparently she has a book. So she just does, it seems like, video shorts, which I'm going to go through a bunch of them, and it shouldn't take too long. So let's just get right into it, shall we?
5 things I would never say to an estranged parent.
This is good.
I would never ask them what they did wrong. Number 2, I would never tell them to apologize unless they felt like they had something to apologize for. Number 3, I would never ask them, what did you do?
Wait a minute. Number 1, I would never ask them what they did wrong. Number 2, okay, it was something else. Number 3, I would never ask them what they did wrong. So I got 5 things. 2 of the first 3 are the exact same thing. Let's just back that up, shall we?
5 things I would never say to an estranged parent. I would never ask them what they did wrong.
What did you do wrong?
Number 2, I would never tell them to apologize.
Don't apologize.
Unless they felt like they had something to apologize for.
And they never do.
Number 3, I would never ask them, what did you do? Number 4,
So 2 of the first 3 are the exact same thing. This is how she opens up. This is how this dummy opens up.
Never tell them to contact the child if the child asked for no contact. And number 5, I would never judge them or judge the way they're dealing with it. Check out my book about my estrangement journey.
No, we will not be checking out your book about your estrangement journey. We shall not. Here's 5 things. 2 of them are the exact same thing, but buy my book because I know what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to alleviate any blame or guilt or anything like that. Moving on. The rest of her videos are video shorts.
As the author of a book about estrangement, Losing Her, Finding Me, I get the question about what I did to make my child walk away from me.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing I can say is that I was human.
Of course, you're human. You made mistakes. Same old, same old. I need a book for that. I need to buy your book for this.
I was a person, and life happened.
Life happened.
I wasn't always the perfect parent.
Not the perfect parent. She's checking all the boxes. Buy her book because she's going to tell you something different, though.
There was no addiction or beating or any abuse that I know of.
There were no beatings or addiction or abuse that I know of. What? What? Wait, what? What do you mean that you know of? Well, you're the one who's been gone no contact with. What do you mean that I know of? What kind of qualifier is that? Well, there might have been. I just don't know about it. Well, then what? This is the mentality of these people. She thinks she can go out on YouTube with some ridiculous statement like that. And she goes, why? Because she can. Because there are hundreds of thousands of abusers out there who will eat this shit up. Who will accept, oh, there was no abuse, physical or beating that I know of. You just forgot? You just forgot? And they'll sit here and they'll say this with a straight face, and then she'll be like, buy my book.
That she's even said.
That she's even said. So she hasn't even said it because she doesn't need to say it. Why does she need to tell you you were beating the shit out of her? That you were abusing her? That you were physically abusing her? That you were emotionally abusing her? That you were verbally abusing her? Well, not that it didn't happen. Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Well, who else would know? Who else would know but you and her? Jesus Christ, no wonder. See, this is why, and she's proving right here why it is useless to confront them. Why there is no reason to tell them. Why you went no contact, they already know. Because you're going to get, well, there was no abuse that I know of. Or you're going to get, I don't remember that. Or what are you talking about? What is the point? They're just going to gaslight you.
But it was enough that she needed to walk away to find herself. So I did the best I could.
I did the best I could. Psycho grin. Psycho grin, crazy eyes. Check. Check, check.
And I'm sure that you're doing the best you can too.
Mm-hmm. And that's all the abuser needs. I did the best. I did the best.
Being an estranged parent is one of the hardest things I've ever had to go through.
Imagine being raised by one of you. Imagine being the child of one of you. You think what you're going through is hard? Imagine having that you as a mother. No idea.
I had to learn to accept my circumstances and know that I can't control my children. They need...
Again, you could see the simmering rage in her. That smile is suppressing a rage. A rage I'm sure her daughter got the full brunt of.
Need to make their own decisions, and if they've chosen not to have me in their lives, that is their choice. So I accept the things I cannot change, and I change the things I can. Mm-hmm. And those things are by finding my own life, doing things.
And again, this is another vocal fry, but you can feel like it's like almost like an underlying, like she's threatening you. She's threatening her daughter. Because her daughter knows the monster that lies underneath. That controlled rage. And this is what these people are doing. A lot of them are doing or displaying on YouTube with these channels. Is controlled rage. A rage that they think only their child understands. Because it is like one of those tactics they use to gain control over their children. Again, these narcissists all think they've cornered the market on something. They all think they're smarter than everybody else. They can't accept the fact that they're all a bunch of basic bitches playing from the same narcissistic playbook. Again, once you study their playbook and you understand the plays they're gonna run, you can see them setting it up. You can see the formation coming. You know what's coming after that. Once you spot the formation, you know what play they're running. And you can stop it. This bitch hits the A gap like a motherfucker, to quote Kevin Samuels.
That make me happy and that I'm passionate about. Friends, family, activities, service.
And the idea that this is the first time in these sociopaths' lives that they've ever put themselves first is the most laughable concept to us. It would be hysterical if it wasn't so sad and infuriating at the same time. The reason you're no contact is because your whole life has always been about you. God, she looks deranged.
Serving others, all those things make me a better person. And maybe someday reconciliation will happen.
Everything almost has that threatening tone. The threatening tone suppressed. That nice voice that is suppressing a rage. You could just feel it.
Have you ever done a parenting autopsy where you go back and rethink every decision you made?
No, you haven't.
Every discipline or correction that you made for.
I mean, you can, again, the suppressed rage in this woman. Like, you just know what she must have been like to her daughter when she thought nobody else was looking. You could see it. You could see it. It's like Misery. She kind of reminds me of Misery. Like, I want to ask her, why'd you break Jane Kahn's feet in that movie?
For your child, and wondered if you did the wrong thing and that's why your child has walked away? Well, stop it, because you can't change it.
So, God forbid any of these people actually do some self-reflection and realize that the reason they're in the situation they are in with their children is due to their own abuse, and it's their own fault. What is she saying? Stop it. Stop it. Because accountability is a domino effect. Okay? And everybody has to walk in lockstep. If one person steps out of line, they see it as a threat. They see it as a threat to their whole fucked up movement. And they can't have it.
If you need to apologize for something, do that. And then move on.
So just give an apology and move on. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Because we know that apology can be rescinded at a moment's notice. That's why. It's not just a quick, I'm sorry, and move on. You'd like it to be, but that's not how it works. Because an apology without allocution is meaningless. Again, they want to abuse you, fuck up your life, and then tell you how to get over it. Not going to happen. Not going to happen.
Jealousy ruins relationships.
You think?
I know, because I've ruined them. And I've realized that the reason we're jealous is because reason I'm jealous.
Of who? Who are you jealous of? Your daughter. Your daughter. Again, you can see the psycho rage just simmering underneath here. Simmering underneath here. And now she's going to tell you why she's jealous, and I'm sure why it's not her fault.
Is because I'm not living my best life.
Oh.
And I look at other people, and they are. They're doing what I want.
Poor you. Poor you. You didn't get to, so all your tactics didn't give you exactly what you want. So now you're jealous because you're not living your best life that other people are living. So again, not my fault. Not my fault. Buy her book though, guys. Buy her book.
Instead of me doing it and it mobilizing me, it makes me jealous because my life is not as great as theirs.
And what did you do with that jealousy? You used it against your daughter. And now your daughter doesn't want anything to do with you. And now here you are on YouTube trying to sell a book, trying to make yourself out to be a victim. Because you never did any self-reflection. Bullshit.
But it could be. All I have to do is put some work to it and pursue what I want to do and be the person I want to be instead of sitting back and being jealous. So that's my word for 2023.
Oh, wow. Instead of being jealous. At least she admits she's a jealous, competitive woman. She's in the situation. I mean, again, if you just let them talk, they tell on themselves every single goddamn time.
5 things to do with an adult child. Number 1, give them the benefit of the doubt. Number 2, listen to them fully before speaking. Number 3, learn from them, ask questions. Number 4, accept them where they're at. And number 5, forgive them. They are young and they are still learning.
So listen, do all that, but then forgive them. So basically, wait a minute. So basically, put on a show for the first 4 things, and then number 5 is I forgive you. Don't accept anything that they've told you is actually true. You forgive them. That's a gaslighting technique, to flip the script, to make you think that you just spilled your guts and poured your heart out and laid it all out on the line, and then they're going to turn around and say, I forgive you. This woman is insane. Oh, hold up her book now.
But we didn't do those things. I said, there's got to be something we can do, something we can say. We have got to change this. How could this happen to us? We were good parents. We were amazing grandparents. I don't understand how this is happening to us. I was still not crying. There were tears for me. I was in shock. Daughters don't do this to their parents. Children don't do this to their parents, period. I couldn't believe Naomi would do this to me. Okay, maybe to me, because she had been mad at me ever since her grandmother died, but not to Lance. She loved her dad. How could she do this to us?
Because Lance allowed you to abuse your daughter, and she's had it with both of you. That's why. Duh.
You don't think we can work this out? That they'll come around? Why, I mean, how you think it's forever? I started to panic as the possibility set in. My husband, Lance, was the unemotional one, the logical one, the let's take a breath and figure this out one.
So he's emotional, he's logical. So what did that make you? What did that make you? If he's not emotional, and he's logical, what did that make you in regards to your daughter? What is the opposite of all that? Still don't know why your daughter went no contact with you. I'm telling you, you just break down what they're saying. They reveal themselves with their own words, and they don't realize it. So why do they do it? Because the narcissist thinks they can talk their way out of anything. They think they can lie their way out of anything. They can twist things to fit their narrative. And if you just step back and let them talk, you can break this stuff down, and you can see that they're just running the narcissist playbook. I'm not going to go through all her video shorts. You guys are more than welcome to do that. But it's another one. And this one's got a book. Also, there's a long interview with her on the one chat on somebody else's YouTube, on that guy's YouTube channel, who did the video with the woman who emailed me and threatened to call the cops on me if I didn't remove the video about her. He interviewed this nut job as well. So, and I'm not trying to give him any more attention than I need to either, because like these videos, I mean, they just say it. I mean, they just say it all. Like, you can just see the simmering rage of the estranged parent. It is so apparent. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, Greg, for the contribution. Lindsay, thank you for pointing this out to me. And thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up a Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with either the Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, and email links in the description box below. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. Also, be sure to subscribe to both my channels on Rumble. Follow me on Twitter and Telegram as well. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Societal Narcissism. Take care, everyone.